There are so many ways in 2025 to do network marketing and sales wrong. And I'm so amazed because there's so many people who actually follow that route. So if you're in 2025 and you're building these kind of businesses, come on, I mean, you need to get from unconsciously unconscious to consciously conscious. And you need to be studying and you need to watch all these YouTube channels that I do for you. And not only me in the industry, there's so many people who train you so you freaking get that knowledge. Because it's so boring to see all these people jumping, fortunately and rightfully, into this industry, and they fail miserably only because they're not trained enough. So in today's video, if you're keeping your industry running in these wrong ways that I'm gonna show you today, please change it so you can be finally and hopefully successful.
This is the fucking life.
First point I really want your attention to go is that not everyone is gonna be joining for money. I mean, maybe you're someone like me and we wanna conquer the whole freaking world, and we will before or later because we put energy and grit and courage and whatever we have. But we need to understand, and this took me quite a bit of time, to understand that not everyone was here for the money, for la plata, you know? Not everyone was about to join just to make money and travel the world and drive those cars and invest in those watches and build that net worth and become the number one. I mean, if you're someone like that, please let's connect. Send me a message here, send me a message on Facebook, on LinkedIn, wherever you want. I wanna know you, because if you're in this industry and you're like me, we need to get together. But 95% of people actually don't want to be successful. It's actually deeper than what I can explain in this video. They don't want to be successful. If they really knew what it takes and before or later they're gonna get to know that, they don't wanna do that stuff. They're joining the business for so many different reasons. And that's why the point number one says wide range of hooks. You need to have wide range of hooks, which means when you're presenting, when you're kind of trying to throw those hooks out there on social media, in person, one-on-one, during offline events, you should ask yourself, am I pitching different directions? Am I offering different things? Or everyone who joins this industry only have to join because they need to become financially free. They need to build their dream house. Because when you understand, there's actually bigger amounts of people that are willing to join for personal development, for having a community, for being part of something bigger than them, for a purpose of helping other people to get healthier, to get wealthier, to get financially educated. I mean, who doesn't want to be financially educated? Think of it. So when you're doing your presentation, ask yourself, only because I see one thing in my head, does everyone see the same? Or am I able to shift my communication and to have different hooks in my presentations, in my trainings as well? Because if you understand that not everyone wants to make millions, and matter of fact, very few people make millions, then your closing ratio will increase dramatically. Why? Because people are gonna feel more connected to you and they're gonna see those targets more achievable for them. The second biggest mistake I see in the industry is that people only talk about basically the company, the products, the services, the corporate, the new launch, the new update. And we need to understand that if people are not engaged with you, they are not even gonna listen, correct? So the first attention is attention. Giorgio, what did you say? The first attention is attention, man. Which means the first thing I need to take care of is to grab attention. I see accounts of so-called top earners or so-called influential people in their business, and they have 11 likes a picture. So some people, they have to buy likes to show that they have some likes. Some people have to buy followers just to pretend there's someone on social media who they're actually not. And you can easily spot that too. You use a couple of softwares and you see who's actually building a community and who's not. And why? Because when you only talk about products and services and the company, I mean, rightfully people get bored. And they're like, okay, in the next story, I'm gonna see another product update. In the next story, I'm gonna see another income claim. In the next story, I'm gonna freaking see this rank. I don't even care. So who's this new pin? I'm not interested in pins. I wanna know more about what you do in a day-to-day life. I want to know more about the way you think, the way you are, the way you build, what you're doing in terms of the kind of lifestyle you're living through this, you know what I mean? I wanna see how you integrate that into your life without you having to pitch me that. This is actually the smartest ways to build. When you show, when you put value on the table. When you put value on the table, people are gonna be like, huh, this is interesting. I'm interested, because it's not only gonna always try to pitch me and to sell me something, but actually it's giving me value, and then I get attracted to him as a person. So don't forget that we're in a people's business. So do you like when someone only sells, only promotes, only gives information about what he has? Or you actually love when people open their hearts, and when people train you, and when people give you information in general? They give you knowledge. That's the point. Value. When value is on the table, the sell comes second, and the sell comes easy. Questo l'ho scritto dritto. There's an absolute last thing that I'm covering at the moment that you don't want to do in this business. To me, business and life, first of all, are the same thing. That's why I breathe this business. It's not two different things that I have to wear, a jacket and a suit when I have to build this business, and then when I undress myself, then I became the person I was before. No, it doesn't work like this for me. And for those who are building these businesses like this, I'm sorry, but it's never gonna work, because people are gonna feel that you're two different people, and the more you're gonna get close to them, the more they're gonna see that even more, and they're not gonna listen and believe, and your integrity is gonna go on the floor. But in life, we never want to depend on someone, correct? Codependency, it's not a good thing. Unless it's well thought, it's well conscious, and then you want to codepend, you wanna be a partner, you wanna build a partnership, maybe a company with someone, in that case it's good. But most people codepend emotionally or on the job and the business. And this happens in network marketing as well. And it's so crazy, because majority of people depend on few. What do I mean by that? I mean that majority of people joining this industry, they have a fear of losing the people they have. They have a fear of not having enough people to talk to. Scarcity mindset at its fullest. You don't have to already know how to get to thousands of people, how to build YouTube channels, how to be able to talk like this in front of a camera, how to have Instagram account with hundreds of thousands of followers, but you have to know there are ways to do that, and that you just have to learn how to basically train yourself on them. So it's more of substituting the fear with belief. I believe I'm gonna be able to. And the reason why, and I'm not gonna go into leadership training today, but the reason why you don't want to depend on few is because the more they, as prospects, team members, or whoever, feel that you depend on them, that your check depends on them, they're gonna feel mighty. They're gonna feel strong. They're gonna feel you owe them something. You have to work for them. So there are ways you can do that, and I'm not gonna dive into them in today's videos, but just know that definitely you don't want to depend on few. So if you're building this business and you're feeling you're depending on few, that's not the correct way to build. Sit down, come up with a strategy, start another, heavy phase of your life of recruiting, add new people, add new customers, find new strategies, build your social media, but change something, because definitely you don't want to depend on few. You don't want to only promote your company or your services or products, and you want to be able to own different styles of communication, different hooks and different approaches. God bless you guys. Give me a comment here if you found this video valuable. Subscribe to the channel, and just remember that I also have an Italian channel and I have a Spanish speaking channel. So if you want, you can go there. On social media, I tend to speak English most of the time. So see you there, guys. Let me know how you feel, and God bless you.